Hi Capricorns, it's Maria and I have a 2018 year in advance reading for you. So I've shuffled and cut the deck of cards, but I'm going to cut it one more time in front of you, okay? So let me do this one-handed, which is kind of really difficult. You'll have to see how difficult this really kind of is. Well, that was easy today. So here we have our cut deck, okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull out 12 cards, one for every month of the year of 2018. January, February, March, April, May, and June. July, August, September, October, November, and December. Get the deck out of the way. Okay, so you have your 2018 right here, right? Let's go ahead and start reading. January 2018. We have Honor Gaia. Okay, Capricorn, you are an earth sign. What can you do to connect to your earth sign? What can you do to connect to Mother Earth? Okay, to honor her. And I'm going to leave that up to you, okay? You can figure that out. How can you connect to her throughout the year? What can you do to help her and honor her? But I want you to kind of take a look at something. When we talk about Mother Earth, we talk about this very abundant, growing, nurturing kind of mom, right? If without her, we wouldn't be alive because we'd have no earth. Without her, we'd have no trees. Without her, we'd have no vegetables, this sort of stuff. But what is Earth? Earth is a planet with cycles, right? And here's where I've been really stuck with these readings. It's cycles. And I think the reason it's sticking out so much to me is because we need to understand there's winter time where everything is dark and it really kind of sucks for those of you that don't like winter. For those of you that do like winter, you probably don't like summer, so kind of there sucks. But anyways, there's a time in the year where it sucks, there's a time where it kind of sucks, there's a time where it's okay, and there's a time where it's really great, and then we go back into the kind of suck part, right? That is the cycle of Earth. In order to honor Earth, we have to honor that cycle. Okay, we can say this weather sucks, this time of year sucks, but understand it's part of what has to be done. There's the same thing in your life. There are parts of your life that are going to be dark. Nothing is going to be looking like it's growing. You're going to probably think it sucks. But what happens afterwards? You do have growth. You do see the light, right? Okay. February. Here are the ancient ones. Okay, I love how this card came right after honoring Mother Earth, honoring Gaia. And the reason being is Gaia is one of the most ancient ones that we know, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this grandma for a minute. She has pretty much everything that we could consider earth, either in her hair or around her. Trees, water, rocks, seeds, mushrooms, pods, ferns, grass. She has bird feathers, she has acorns, she has potion bottles, spiders, more potion bottles. There looks to be some snow here, and here looks to be spring, so there's the cycle again. We have an owl who also happens to have raven wings, or I don't know, what kind of wings would those, yeah, let's go with raven wings. So we have kind of night and day right there. We've got the moon for intuition. There is just lots and lots and lots of cycle here. So Capricorn, you have to understand cycles are important. Cycles are normal. Okay? It's going to happen whether you like it or not. Accept it. Move through it and see the growth on the other side. All right? March. Make the sacrifice. Okay. What are you sacrificing? Well, you could sacrifice anything, really. But no, it doesn't mean you're going to sacrifice a chicken and you're going to paint yourself in its blood, or you're going to sacrifice a goat and you're going to whatever with the blood. This is probably more of a mental process, a mental sacrifice. And the reason I'm saying that is because we're being told right here, or it could be emotional actually. We're being told right here, accept the change, understand the changes happening, understand the cycles of life, right? There's night, there's day, there's winter, there's summer, there's young, there's old, there's birth, there's death. If you're going to fight those things, your life is going to be really, really complicated. But if you make the sacrifice make the sacrifice of fighting those things and you just start accepting it, life is going to get really great. Okay, because you understand there's nothing you can do besides change your perception. Sacrifice your willingness to fight it and just accept it. April. Have courage. What do you have to have courage on? Well, in April, you should have courage all the time. But in April, probably the full year so far is going to really catch up to you and you're just going to feel like crap. You don't like the cycle. You don't like that you feel helpless. You don't like that you're probably in like a dark area of the soul. Well, it happens. Sacrifice the not liking it, accept it, be courageous, and trudge through it. Right? Because great stuff happens on the other side. What's the saying? It's always darkest before the dawn. May, be patient. Okay, so look at this dragon. He is so totally different from this sacrificing dragon, right? So if you were sacrificing your feelings or your thought process in March, and we're now in May, and you're like, Maria, what the heck? I've been sacrificing for 2 months now, and I still feel like I'm stuck in this dark place. I still feel like this is horrible. Look at this dragon. He is now light. He's got some pink. He has like this dawn feel about him, right? Look at where he's looking. He's looking in that direction. He's not looking in his past. Look at this. January, February, March, April, May. What's he looking at? He's looking at June, July, which is over here, but if it were continuing, it would be July, so blah, 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 right? He's looking into the future. He's relaxed. He's chill. He knows when the time is right, he's going to be jumping and pouncing on something, but right now it's not right yet. He's still just relaxing. So in May, you're going to be, but I've done everything you've said. How come it's not happening yet? You have to be courageous and be patient. Okay, June. Change is unavoidable. Okay, so why isn't it happening? Because you're still not accepting it. Ouchies. Okay, look. Again, cycle. Night, day. Death, life, transformation. Moon, sun, which we could say is night, day again, or dark, light. Feminine, masculine, fall, spring, summer. Do you see it? There's the cycle of life again, the honoring Gaia. Okay, take a look at the tree dude, an ancient one. The trees are always ancient ones. We've got a skull here that's telling us you need to sacrifice, you need to kill off some thoughts that you've got. And we have a snake. Snake is knowledge. I know most people are like, no, snake is the sin, or snake is trickery. Well, yes, but it's also knowledge. Who does the best tricks? The most smartest people. Okay, so in June, you need to be strong, like the lion told you to be courageous, and you need to accept the cycles. You need to accept change, because you're not really doing it. You're fighting your way still. And how do I know? Because you just told me last month, Maria, I've done it. Why isn't it happening? You still haven't done it. All right. July. Challenge your perception. Okay, so Capricorn. So far this year, you're going to be working massively on yourself, on what you're thinking about, on the way that you don't accept change, the way that you hate change, and you need to sacrifice that. You need to let go of that. You need to let that die, okay? Now we're in July, and we're being told to challenge our perceptions. Look at this beautiful angel. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. She's so spiritual. She's just total enlightenment in one body. Amazing, 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 right? Yeah, we could do that, but we're supposed to challenge our perceptions. So, a sword. Divine, magical, totally enlightened people don't need swords. What do they need swords for? They don't hurt things. This angel does. She has no problem cutting a bit. She has no problem cutting things out. Here is, I'm going to call this a dagger. It looks like a dagger to me. Looks like an ivory dagger, actually. So she has a bone knife, right? She has a knife that she took from an animal. She took something from an animal, created a knife out of it. Look at her face. She's masked. You don't know who she is. We can say, oh, well, she's an angel. Yeah, but what if she comes with some other angels tomorrow and she's got no mask on? And we're like, oh, we just got the most divine message from all of these angels. And then today, she's got knives and swords and she's telling us to cut stuff out. We don't know who she is. Our perception is being totally challenged. What is our perception being challenged on? The fact that we think we're changing, the fact that you think you're changing, the fact that you think that you're accepting change, you are understanding the cycles of life, but you're not. Okay? Challenge yourself to change the way you're thinking. Make that sacrifice before something else makes it for you. August. Protect the wild and the green. Okay. So far we've had a lot of like earth, right? Gaia, this ancient that looks really earthy. The tree dude, that is pretty much earthy. We've got earth here going on. And now we're being told to protect the wild and the green. The cards do, nature does want you guys to be working on protecting earth. But what is wild? You're inside, right? Your soul. You have this wild spirit about you. Protect that. If you're going to let your perceptions about change and the cycles of life blog you down, make you feel depressed, make you feel like you can't do anything, you're not protecting that wild spirit within you. You're not protecting that spirit within you that is green and can grow and has abundance. Look at this woman. She's not what we would normally perceive as Mother Earth, right? But look at how much growth she has around her. Look at how wild she is, and look at what's in her hand. She's willing to cut anything out of the way in order to have what she needs. Okay? She's willing to sacrifice in order to have what she needs. Could she be an ancient one that's asking you to protect yourself? Is it possible that here she is an earth being and here she is an angelic being? Both of them have swords. Challenging perceptions, aren't we? Okay. This one, September. Know your fears. Okay. I love this. You're being told that you need to accept change. You're being told you need to accept the cycles of life. You're being told to challenge your perceptions because you're not making sacrifices. You're not being courageous. You're not really being patient on changing. You want it done now because you don't like the change. Why? Why don't you like the change? Does it hurt? Is it unknown? Is it scary? Why? Know your fears. So in September, sit down with a notebook and start writing down, why do you hate change? Why do you avoid change? Why do you avoid the cycles of life? Why do the cycles of life freak you out? Why can you not sacrifice or change your perception on these things? Know your fears, okay? Now I want you to see something also here. Here we have know your fears, but the two cards before that both have ways of protecting themselves. You have a way to protect yourself from your fears, most likely knowledge, but it could be something else. As soon as you understand your fear, you'll be able to sacrifice that fear in order to be okay with your year. Are you seeing how this is all tying together? Because here we have the swords, and here we have knowing your fear, and right above it we have make the sacrifice. You can cut your fears out of your life. Okay? October. What's going on in October, Cappy? Because you're having quite a year. Know you belong. Look at this. What is he? What the heck is that? Is it a cat? Is it a dragon? Is it reptilian? Look at its tail. It's got scales. What is this? Whatever it is, it belongs. We might not see the whole clan of them, but he probably has others, or she has others that are exactly like her. Okay? So are your fears that you don't belong? Are your fears that you are so different that you can't accept this change, because then what's going to happen to you? I want you to take a look again at this creature. He can go hang out with the cats. He can go hang out with the dragons. If he's reptilian from that tail, he could probably go hang out with the reptilians. He has something to offer each one of those groups. He belongs in each one of those groups. Or he belongs in his own group, with his own species. Okay? So, spiritually, mentally, physically, you belong wherever you want to be. You change your perceptions of what belonging means, and you belong. November. Embrace the feminine. Okay, so we've got this pregnant woman. Again, change. One, nature. Look at all of the green around her. Look at how she looks like she is Mother Nature, right? She is so pregnant, I expect her to pop as soon as we move. She is also holding an egg of creation in her hand. She has ivy growing up her arm. She's surrounded by growth. Okay? Now what's going to happen when she gives birth? She's going through a change. All right? That change, if you've had children, you know, is like just the beginning point of more change and more change and more change. As soon as you feel comfortable in one spot with that baby, something else happens. You go into a new phase, and it's a new change. So, what are you being told? First of all, to embrace that. Embrace your aspect of creation. Embrace your change, because that's what you are. Mother Earth is here again. Embrace that, because as a woman, you are constantly changing. Accept it. Be patient, which is right above it, because just like in a pregnancy, just because you got pregnant last month doesn't mean you're having a baby this month, right? Just because you got pregnant on the 15th doesn't mean you're having a baby on the 15th. It's going to take quite some time. How long does it take? About 9 months, right? Your change that you're going through, this growth you're going through, you're not going to see it instantly. It's going to take some time. It probably will even expand into 2019. Be patient. Okay, December, the end of the year. Embrace the masculine. Okay, what the heck, cards, right? What the heck? First you tell me to be feminine and embrace all of my changes, and then you tell me to be masculine. Well, what has the reading been telling you so far all throughout the reading? Change, cycles, change, cycles. Change the way you're thinking. Be open to change. So what is the exact opposite of feminine? Masculine. They're balanced, right? Okay, so let's take a look right here. And let's take a look at this one too. Let's see if I actually, let's move this just a little bit so I can try to get this to show up the way I want it to. Okay? Here we have day and night. Here we have night and day. All right? So, day and night, right? Night, feminine is usually night because of the intuition, and day, masculine is usually day because of the strength of the sun. Moon and sun. Moon and sun. Moon and sun. Do you see this? These two cards came right now, right next to each other, because they're telling you this is part of the cycle. Now, you're not going to go from woman to man, so don't get strange on me. This is part of the emotional. This is part of the spiritual. This is part of the balance. You're going to be going from intuitive to pure strength. You're going to be going from night to day. It's part of the change that you've been told throughout the whole year you need to start accepting. Okay? Without one, you can't have the other. Okay? You need to be balanced in being feminine and being masculine. You also need to not be afraid to be normally feminine and to stand up for yourself and be very strong and say no, right? You need to be masculine when you're facing your fears. You need to be strong when you're changing your perceptions. You need to be strong when you're trying to accept the unavoidable and change that you don't like. All right? Okay, Cappy. This is your 2018 general reading, meaning it is for all Capricorns. All right? So if you're a Cappy and you're like, this isn't really jiving with me, it's not resonating, that could be because it wasn't necessarily for you. There might be like 1 or 2 cards that fit and the rest don't. If you want your own personalized reading just for you, there is a link down below in the information for you to follow to get one. And then it will magically appear in your inbox. Wouldn't that be wonderful? If not, I appreciate you watching the video. Love you guys so much. I hope you guys totally rock your 2018. I know you will, but this is just good luck for you. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time today. Love you guys. Bye.